Hey everybody, this is kind of a different video, I guess. A new start of a new series potentially. That's all up to you. But this is the first part of a new series I want to start on the channel called What If I Went on a Pokemon Journey? Basically, like, what if the Pokemon world was real and I was born into it, basically. For this series, I'll be following the storyline of Pokemon Generation 2, basically. And it was just a fun idea I had. Fun fact, about 6 months ago, I came up with this idea when I had the COVID, the C word that apparently YouTube demonetizes people for saying, which is weird. But yeah, I had the C word like 6 months back. And to get my mind off of it, I started writing this series. I have like 4 episodes of the series written. And today what you're going to be listening to is episode 1. So yeah, this video is going to be more of a audio style type of video. So you can literally just listen to it in the background. I'm gonna have like pictures and stuff, so like you can use your imagination to get the story flowing and stuff. But yeah, you can sit down and watch this video, or you can listen to it like in the background while you're doing something. Treat it like a podcast. I don't know. But yeah, this is just a new series I'm starting, and I hope you like it. And I'll see you guys in the outro in a little bit. But yeah, enjoy part 1 of What If I Went on a Pokemon Journey. Look at the V in this shirt. God damn. The shirt got stretched out. Anyway, enjoy part 1 of What If I Went on a Pokemon Journey. I'm standing in a stadium and thousands of people are cheering my name. On the other side of the ring is none other than the Johto champion, Lance. He calls out his ace Pokemon, Dragonite. For Alligator, I choose... I walk downstairs and make myself breakfast when my mom tells me that Pokemon Professor Elm was looking for me. I make my way to the Pokemon lab when I bump into a Marill. Fortunately, this belongs to my childhood friend Annabelle, so I direct Marill back home and catch up with my friend. As I get closer to the lab, I notice a red-haired kid looking into one of the windows of the lab. I walk into the lab where Professor Elm tells me he just got 3 new Pokemon delivered to his lab, and he wants to do research on them, but unfortunately, he's very busy and can't do it by himself. So he asks me if I can look after one of the Pokemon for him. He hands me the Pokeball he's been saving for me. I chuck it up in the air, and out comes Totodile. At first, Totodile is a little shy and doesn't trust me, but after I tell him I promise to always look after him and make sure he grows to be a strong Pokemon, he trusts me and hops up on my shoulder. I go to put him back into his Pokeball, but he uses his tail to swat it away. Professor Elm says that perhaps Totodile doesn't like to be cramped up in a small ball like that, and I could understand how frustrating that is, so I throw his Pokeball away and promise Totodile I'll never use it again. Professor Elm then asks me for another favor. He tells me his business partner, Mr. Pokemon, has acquired another Pokemon egg for him, and he asks if I can go pick it up and deliver it back to the lab. I agree to do this. After going home and showing off my Pokemon to my parents, I head out on Route 29 to make my way to Cherry Grove City. I arrive in Cherry Grove and pick myself up a region map so I never get lost, and I'm informed by a local that Mr. Pokemon is actually on Route 30. I finally arrive at Mr. Pokemon's house and explain why I'm here. He hands me the egg to deliver to Elm, but just then a man walks into the room, the world's most famous Pokemon professor, Professor Oak of Kanto. I talk to him for a while, and Oak can see the spark I have with adventuring and my love for Pokemon, so he decides to give me a brand new Pokédex. I thank them both for their time and leave when all of a sudden I get a call from Elm. He tells me to get back to the lab immediately and that something bad has happened. I sprint through Cherry Grove City when I bump into that kid that was outside the lab earlier. He tells me to get out of his way when I notice he has a Pokeball in his hand. I ask where he got that from, but he tells me this is my last chance to move aside. I ask him if he stole that Pokemon, but all he does is throw his Pokeball into the air, and out comes a Chikorita. Without warning, he orders his Chikorita to attack. Totodile is ready for a challenge, but unfortunately, against a grass type, my rookie Pokemon is going to stand no chance. We put up a good fight, but eventually Totodile is defeated. The shady kid manages to get away, and I have no choice but to bring Totodile to a Pokemon Center instead of chasing after him. During the battle, I did learn his name though, Brian. After healing Totodile, we make our way back to the lab, where I tell Professor Elm that everything that happened and that I couldn't get the Chikorita that Brian stole back. I gave him the Pokemon egg also. Annabelle walks in wondering what happened, and we catch her up to speed. Elm suggests that if I want to get stronger, then I should go out on my Pokemon journey and take on the 8 gym leaders of the Johto region. After a night of rest and encouragement from my parents and Totodile, I decide to take on the challenge and venture out to defeat the 8 gym leaders. Before I leave in the morning, Annabelle stops me and hands me 5 Pokeballs for my journey. I return to Route 30 and battle some trainers to get Totodile stronger. I travel the rest of the day, and I can see Totodile is getting tired, so I decide to set up camp for the rest of the night so we can get some rest and build our energy back up. The next morning, Totodile and I finally arrive in Violet City. We decide to explore the city before taking on the gym leader, where we are told to explore Sprout Tower. Apparently there's a man at the top of the tower named Elder Lee who will be perfect training for us to get ready for the gym leader. We make it to the top of the tower and I challenge Elder Lee to battle, and he accepts, sending out a Hoot Hoot. The battle begins and Totodile is much stronger than he was during our battle with Brian. Hoot Hoot's pecs do pack a punch, but with a couple tackles and water guns, we manage to win the fight. Elder Lee congratulates us and tells us he can see the strong bond we have. After healing Totodile up at the Pokemon Center, it's time to take on Violet City's gym leader, Faulkner. I walk into the gym and challenge Faulkner, and he accepts. He brings out his Pokemon Pidgeotto, and we're a little intimidated at the sheer size of this bird, but Totodile gets his confidence back and is ready to fight. The battle begins, and right off the bat, Pidgeotto's speed is a problem. He's practically running circles around Totodile, but he's not giving up. For every tackle Pidgeotto does, I have Totodile countered right back. Pidgeotto's gust attacks are sending Totodile through the air, but I come up with the strategy for Totodile to push the gust back with a water gun. At one point, Pidgeotto shoots Totodile up in the air, and this is when I see an opening. I have Totodile tackle the bird out of the air and to the ground below. When the dust clears, Pidgeotto is knocked out, making us the winners of the battle. Faulkner thanks us for a good fight, and with that, we have our first badge. Anyway guys, that's going to be it for part 1 of What If I Went on a Pokemon Journey. I hope you liked it. If this series keeps going, it's all up to you. You got to let me know in the comments. I need interaction. I need interaction in the comments. Comment if you want a part 2. Like if you want a part 2. Subscribe if you want a part 2. I really want to keep this series going, but that's all up to you. So, comment, like, subscribe. And thanks for watching this video. Let's keep the series going. I'll see you guys next time for my God of War Ragnarok review. Spoiler. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you all next time. If I don't post another video in December, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I'm sure I'll post something. I'm sure I'll have another video out before the end of December, but just in case I don't, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Love ya. I'll probably see you, though, again before the year's over. All right? Peace out.